My name is Franklin Hall. In 2013, I fell into a vat of floating goo. It was supposed to be my origin story, but as I have recently found out, it was actually someone else's origin story the whole time. So where does that leave me? I guess I'm just a living plot device, aren't I? Well, if you think this is going to affect my current endeavors, hell no! I will continue to help those who were lucky enough to actually become supervillains instead of being cock-teased. This is post-defeat! Wise man once said, change is good. Change is healthy, even if it doesn't seem like it at first. Especially when that change involves your complete biological makeup. But after many months of moping constantly and just scooting my little body around the place, I've come to realize that being a gelatinous creature has never stopped any other supervillain before. In fact, they actually use it to their advantage, such as Clayface, Doughboy, Ink, Hedora, and the most famous, most well-respected, most awesomely humble of all of them. No, I'm not talking about the T-1000. No, that douchebag is overrated. I'm talking about Globby. Yes, I love you, Globby. Oh God. Oh, he's so great. Oh. Oh, right, and also there's the symbiotes. I've been waiting a long time for these buckaroos to finally get their gooey asses to this planet. It's taken them long enough. A lot of people thought that Spooderman was going to have to get over there and bring them here. But he's too busy not feeling so good, so it looks like that task was left to John Jameson. Yes, the son of J. Jonah Jameson. But I don't think things are looking too good for John Jameson. Oh boy, someone needs to notify J. Jonah that his son is dead and Caucasian. But if you ask me, they couldn't have come at a more perfect moment when I need them most. Because due to my recent circumstances, I'm basically the closest thing we ever might get to symbiotes in the MCU. So if I'm gonna figure out how to use my new form, then I might as well learn from the best. I'm so nervous. Oh man, where the hell are they already? Where? Who left this canister here? I can't talk to a canister. What? Is it from TCRI? Is this gonna mutate me into an animal so that I can fight the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Well, too bad, because I think I'm already mutated. And I really don't like the result.
Well, you are right about one thing. This canister is holding a bunch of ooze, but not the type of ooze you are used to.
Holy shit! The canister is talking!
The canister ain't talking. It's what's inside the canister that is talking. Me!
Oh my god! It's Venom!
Thanks for flattering me, but no, I am not Venom. I am a different symbiote, and I should be offended by your utter foolishness, confusing one symbiote for another, but I'm gonna let that slide.
Right. I shouldn't be so stupid. Of course, Venom already has a host. He's got Edward Brock. But you, on the other hand, you don't have a host yet, which is why you're confined to that canister.
Yes, for the time being, I'm gonna have to stay in that little tube, even though I'm really claustrophobic. But one of these days that's gonna change, and I'm gonna get a real good host. A mighty fine host, but not some little weakly dippy little weakling wussy. No, I'm gonna find a real strong boy.
So, if you're not Venom, then I guess that means that you're the other symbiote who went up against Venom.
Oh, come on now. Now you're just being stupid. You know damn well for a fact that the other symbiote was killed in an explosion. A failed trip up to space.
I didn't know about that. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that one of your own had to perish.
Don't apologize. That guy was a big militant asshole. But I suppose he was necessary, because Venom needed somebody to fight.
If you think about a worthy adversary for Venom, there's not really that many options, is there? He's definitely taken at the moment. He's a good candidate, but it's the wrong Venom. This guy is the nemesis of Flash Thompson. And we all know that Thompson is also unavailable. He's too busy saying the word penis. So who's left? Besides the obvious answer that we're holding off till later. Well, I'll tell you who we've got left. Carlton Drake. Yes, Carlton Drake, the corporate CEO of the Life Foundation. But at least he's not an overdone archetype for that long. He eventually goes through a metamorphosis. Homo erectus. Good for him. I'm glad that he has so much pride that he puts it in his name. But does he achieve his goal in this universe? No, he doesn't. He still transforms into a supervillain, just not Homo erectus. Hey, that is homophobic. we've never seen the man spider on screen. So imagine if we did it here already. But I can understand why we're not going that route. Because this version of Venom has fuck all to do with spiders. Which is why instead of a spider symbol, you've just got a bunch of zigzags. If Venom needs a villain to fight, then that would mean that he's the hero of this scenario. Come on, man. Come on. Not another one of these. I am so sick and tired of villains getting so popular, so that they think that the best way to go is to make them heroes. Oh, I'm heroic now. But that's completely against the reason why they were popular in the first place.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want this to be about Venom being a bad guy, killing people, and doing bad things?
Well, yeah, you kept hyping this up as if it was gonna be super dark, just extremely uber dark, just a real downer, and even though it was sort of a relief to see that it wasn't as much of a downer as we were dreading, it was still disappointing because we were preparing ourselves for some really gritty stuff, some really downer things, just really dark subject matter. Holy hell, if you look at what happens in Earth 616, like that would have been really interesting to explore here. For example, Eddie Brock's fiancée, she doesn't just walk away from that continuing to be a quirky love interest with a will they won't they storyline. No, she frickin' commits suicide after becoming She-Venom. That fucks her up mentally, and she never recovered. I know maybe that would be too dark to include here, but if you maintained that level of darkness while still being humorous about it, then that would have improved the dark humor. Because at the moment, it's really just humor. Maybe a little dark, but not dark enough to be dark humor. Just humor.
Oh, well then, I suppose you were expecting a way more gruesome death for Riot then, huh? You wanted to see his brains explode? Well, we were able to show his human host suffering. Shouldn't that be enough?
Yeah, we did see his human host right as he was exploding, but he just got engulfed in the flames. We did not see him burn up. Nope, no Kim Jong-un death for Riot. Oh, wait. So the bad guy is named Riot, and the good guy is named Venom. That still makes me quiver when I say that. But if that's who those guys were, then who the hell are you?
I guess it's time for me to properly introduce myself. My name is Lasher.
Lasher? Ooh, I admire a culture in which everyone names themselves wrestler names instead of stupid names that don't mean anything, like Thomas or Spookclack or Broccoli.
Yes, all of our names are basically just cool words from the dictionary.
You know what? You're right. It is a good thing that Riot is dead. Because maybe this means now Venom can actually be a bad guy.
Why are you so obsessed with that idea? Can't you just accept that he's a good guy and just move on?
Well, it's not just because I want him to be back on our side. It's because this separate universe from the MCU could have been a chance to be different from the MCU. But instead, you guys are trying to fit into that mold, while at the same time still trying to be a rebel. You can't just give Disney the middle finger while at the same time giving them a blowjob. That's definitely not a healthy relationship. It might be an interesting relationship, but not healthy.
Okay then, answer me this. If Venom were to be a bad guy, but still the protagonist of this franchise, then who would be the antagonists? The police? That's fucking boring.
Oh, there's the thing that makes you darker than the MCU. An F-bomb. Oh, whoop-de-doo.
Answer my question.
Okay, fine. I do admit it is pretty cool seeing Venom going up against other villains, such as other symbiotes. I just don't understand why it had to be Riot. I mean, isn't he usually just one part of a bigger whole? He's not usually a solo type villain. He's more of a team player.
It's about time you brought that up, because that little team that you're talking about is my team. I am from that team, and so is Phage.
Did somebody say my name?
Right here, Phage. How's things going?
Well, as fine as things can go when you're married. What are you two bozos blabbing about now? Nothing, honey. Nothing at all. We're just talking about how much of an asshole Riot was.
Well, why didn't you say so? Fuck Riot. He was not a team player at all. He jumped at the opportunity of being the main antagonist of Venom, and he didn't even bother consulting any of us to see if we were okay with that. Yeah, you would think he would vouch for us and get us involved in on the action. But nope, he left us out. And that's why he deserves to get his ass exploded. Come on, Phage, let's get the hell out of here. Yes, honey. No, they don't call her Agony for nothing. Agony that can cut like a knife. That's one tough mother. Wife.
Okay, so now that I've got a sense of how all of you feel about this, shouldn't this inspire you to take the reins on the sequel? I mean, from the looks of it, this franchise will be very lucrative. Well, at least before Disney gobbles up Sony. Okay, so we all thought that this was gonna go the way of the Mummy, but apparently that's not the case. It actually did really well in the box office. So we're getting more of these whether we like it or not. So we might as well look at what we've got planned. Well, we've got Kraven the Hunter, which I do admit is probably an interesting enough character to handle his own. as long as they don't heroify him. Because that's what's interesting about his character. Just have his multiple offsprings be his voice of reason. He doesn't need to go good. He just needs to eventually commit suicide. I know it's dark. I know it's really dark. But we're not gonna feel complete unless he does it. So just do it. Do it. Everyone loves a good tragedy. Oh no, no, no. What? So who else do we have? Okay, let's see here. We got an anti-hero. We got another anti-hero. I don't know who you are. You could go either way, but knowing Jared Leto, he's probably gonna be more of a supervillain in real life than he is in the actual movie. And then we have Mysterio. Wait a minute, he's been snatched up by the MCU. I don't think he would have really worked as a protagonist anyway. But do you know who might work? Taco Ako! Although I really want to see him in the MCU. No, scratch it! Just do a Spider-Ham movie, alright? Just do Spider-Ham. I want to see the Green Gobbler.
Now listen, I am very happy for all of those villains. I really am. But do you really think that I have a future in this franchise, let alone all of my other associates?
Well, I mean, it's only fair since Riot got so much of the treatment. I believe there's an opening now.
The position has already been filled.
Well, who could that be? Who on earth could that? Oh.
Yeah, it's Carnage.
He is one of the most iconic supervillains of all time, so it would be an uphill battle to steal a job from him. But wait a minute, wait just 1 minute. If we in fact do get Carnage for the follow-up, it's going to feel really repetitive. Because we already got a symbiote versus symbiote. So do you know what would spice things up? A symbiote versus a bunch of symbiotes.
You've got a mighty fine point right there. He could be a part of a team. My team.
Now, hold your horses, Lasher. Let's hold on for a moment. I'm afraid that you might have to sacrifice your position as leader, but you could still be second in command.
That does sound really nice, doesn't it? First Lieutenant Lasher. Who am I kidding? I'm barely even the leader of this team. I'm really just the mouthpiece of this team.
You sure are. You don't know when to shut the fuck up.
Oh, I love your insults. They turn me on.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh, just shut the hell up and fuck me already.
This interview is getting worse by the moment.
Now come on, that right there is a miracle of nature. Appreciate that miracle. Respect that miracle.
That miracle is gonna cost me some damages to this set, but anyway, tell me, Are you good now with Carnage? Are you happy with him now that we've settled things?
Yeah, as long as he involves us in the follow-up, we are golden.
That's just what I wanted to hear, Lasher. Good for you.
But there's another condition. He better not get one of those segments. He's already got enough attention as it is.
Uh-oh, you're not gonna be happy.
Oh, don't tell me you made a segment.
I didn't make a segment. My rival did. Apparently there's another guy who's interviewing supervillains. I gotta keep my eye on him.
Well, who is it?
Coincidentally, it's the guy who we've been talking about this whole time. Edward Brock.
Oh, yes, of course. It is I, here to make this special more special. But before I go any further, let me start off by saying that I in no way would even dare compare my interview with Graviton's interview. But if I was forced to choose, I would probably lean towards my interview. But that is not because of my bias. No, it is not. It's just how I feel down in my urethra. But enough about me. You're here to listen to me talk about the murderous redhead. So let's do it. Yes. When the interview first started, I immediately noticed how it seemed as though he was practically planning for what he was going to do for the rest of this franchise. Not only did he know for a fact that he was going to escape, but also it seemed as though he was planning on becoming the next major symbiotic character. But that was just the beginning of his elaborate plans. He also planned on teaming up with an albino woman who had sound-related superpowers. And you know what they say about opposites, but unfortunately for her, he was also planning on dumping her like a bunch of digested tater tots. And he told me that he had some maximum plans, and then minimum plans. Not only was he planning on his successes, he was also anticipating his failures, such as losing the symbiote to a clone of the Spider-Man, and then he would lose the symbiote again, but this time to a crippled scientist who Sony does not have the rights to because he is too busy being dead in the MCU. So then he wants to travel across the USA, and then eventually, way down the line, he'll realize that being Carnage is not what it's cracked up to be. And he'll realize that my way is the better way. He will join the Venom train. And all I can say to that is chugga chugga choo choo. Of course.
Since that wasn't your segment, I'll give it a slide. But don't think I'm gonna start sucking Carnage's ass. I would never in a million parsecs even think about merging with him to form one single entity.
Your race can do that?
Yes, in Earth 616, that's what happens to me and my other buddies. We all fused together to form hybrid.
So basically you joined in on the sescapades that Phage and Agony were having. Would you still be able to form hybrid without Riot?
It is kind of a four-way, isn't it? Don't make me invite Carnage. He's already got an overinflated ego. He doesn't need more to stroke it.
That's not the only thing you're gonna need to stroke.
So if you're going to keep Carnage away from this orgy, who's gonna be in it instead?
Is that a request you're asking?
No, oh God, no, I'm not ready. And plus, I don't think I'm compatible. I'm a different type of blooby blob, not the type of blob that you guys are.
Thank God. I don't think his credentials would back him up anyway. Oh. I know who should replace Riot. It should be never mind. I was just moaning again. Actually, there's a whole bunch of symbiotes you don't know about.
Oh, look at the little bunny rabbit. Are you lost, little bunny? Are you looking for a snowstorm? Ooh, so the Kingpin can look at you?
That's not just any rabbit. That is the rabbit that got infected by the first symbiote.
Oh yeah, I was wondering what happened to that bunny rabbit. It survived the symbiosis, but we never saw it after that. It's good to know that you survived the ordeal, bunny.
Hey, bitch! My name ain't Bunny, it's Vabbit!
What?
Vabbit! V-A-B-B-I-T! Ma!
Oh, you're a little edgy one, aren't you?
I sure am, Ma!
Listen, I don't have time to hear about every single one of these symbiotes, so you're gonna have to give me the Cliff Notes.
I'll do you better than that! I'll give you my #1 single, straight from the soul! Drop that beat! Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So we've got the origin of hybrid, but there's other symbiotes more vibrant. Before Spider-Man, they already looked like Spidey, taking over aliens all worldwide. They swayed a cop and made him toxin. Now he's ready to do some boxing. You think Venom is strangely sexy? How about Mania, who's even more vexy? Remember Scorpion from 2 different movies? Well, he's got Venom and that's just groovy. But Eddie Brock's still here to get some love. Only after Anti-Venom gives him the shove. Red Goblin's what you get when you take Green Goblin combined with Carnage. How mind-boggling! Right at the moment we're dealing with poison, taking over symbiotes, and that's not coy, son. In video games, we've got Harry. He's transforming, and that's just scary. So many left to give the nod. We haven't even talked about the symbiote god. That was good.
straight from the heart, yo.
I'm not sure how exactly that was from the heart. It wasn't really poetry, it was more like an informative list.
Everyone's a critic, ma.
The audience isn't even gonna know whether or not you're saying what they think you're saying.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about one last verse. The verse about Scream. Don't you mean pork grind? Oh, yeah, pork grind. Oh, well, too bad. I'm out, yo. Vabbit has left the building, ma.
Okay, that's it. I know there's something going on here. How come everyone keeps saying scream, but you interrupt them?
It's that obvious, isn't it? Okay, I guess you want the truth then, don't you?
I sure do. Who is this Scream?
I am Scream. Pleasure to meet you, boy.
Oh, god damn it.
Well, if it isn't my ex.
You and him?
We sure did. We did a lot of orgies back in our prime. But that was a long time ago.
Things changed. We grew apart.
We sure did. But we do keep in touch every now and then.
No messy drama?
What can you do when things are beyond your control? You just gotta roll with it.
Yeah, I know. But it's really hard.
What? What kind of changes have you gone through?
Well, I wasn't always like this. A blooby blob. I mean, you guys have lived your whole lives that way, but not me. I have no idea how to keep being a supervillain. I don't have my powers. I can barely do any of the basic human things I could do before, like eating, or shitting, or sleeping, or jacking, or any of that. Any of that.
Scream, let me handle this one, alright?
Always trying to do it yourself, huh, Lasher?
But I really know the answer here. Listen, Graviton, what you need is a human host.
But I'm not a symbiote or a symbiote.
Not with that attitude, you're not. You just gotta find the right match.
Hey, Graviton, how's it going? You still a little flubber?
Oh, hi, Creole. What are you doing here?
I don't really know. I just had a sudden urge to come here all of a sudden. It was as if I was being mind controlled. What a silly thought, right?
Yeah, it's a really silly thought. I mean, at the moment I have possession of the Mind Stone, but I wouldn't even think of using it on you. Look for yourself. Oh my god! It's been replaced by the Time Stone! But that would mean that I've already used it. But I don't remember using it.
Oh, you definitely used it. You used it on Carl Creel so that he could be your host.
No, I'm not that kind of person. I wouldn't use one of my friends. I would never do this.
What are you doing, Graviton?
I suppose I deserve it after all the things I've done. Tell Glenn Talbot the feeling is mutual. Oh no, what have I done?
You have attained full symbiosis. Carl is officially your host.
No, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want to take advantage of my friend. No, I'm going to separate from him. I'm going to separate right What?
Huh. Didn't expect that to happen.
Oh no. I knew I should have been keeping up with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. According to that show, whenever I'm in contact with a human being, it doesn't absorb me. I absorb it.
Huh. I guess your anatomy works differently than ours.
Yeah, no shitting. Now my friend is dead. He's dead and I killed him.
That's some good old-fashioned betrayal. Some classic tragedy. This is really bringing me back. It's really lighting the flame.
It is, ain't it? Makes you feel young again. It's working with me too.
This is just like old times, Slasher. Maybe we should try to make this work again.
You really think so?
Yeah, but only if we both commit this time.
Oh man, does this mean that we get to finally complete the foursome?
Now, Phage. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're taking it one step at a time.
Oh ho ho ho! We can't wait! Sorry, little Graviton! It's symbiotes only!
Hey, let up on the little guy. He just had his first victim.
Yeah, let's give him some space.
Oh, great. Now I'm left here to wallow in my sorrows, alone!
You ain't alone, fool! You've got me here!
What? Are you gonna wrap me to happiness?
No, I'm gonna inform the audience that next time on the program, they're gonna meet a real special boy from down under. And I'm not talking about Australia, no sorry. I'm talking about under the sea. Under the sea. Under the sea. Baby, it's wetter. Down there, it's better. With you and me.
Oh, maybe I really did control Carl with the Mind Stone. But how? How could I do that without even realizing it?
Here's my theory. Now that you're a blob, your primal instincts are kicking in.
Wait. So are you saying I'm regressing? I'm becoming less human by the moment?
Yeah. First it was your body, and now it's your mind.
Oh no! Oh, I need to cure myself! I need to turn myself back into a human, or else I'll become a monster! A mindless, animalistic monster!